Hello and welcome to 3D Motivation. I am your host, Cheryl Lacey Donovan. So excited to have you here with me this morning. This is our Affirmations Wednesday for 3D Motivation. Yes, every Wednesday we try to bring you an affirmation and some self-reflection questions that can help you to be motivated throughout your day, that can help you to create the life you deserve and desire, and live your best life. We want to remind you to connect with me on Facebook at Cheryl Lacey Donovan. You can also connect with me on Twitter and Instagram at Cheryl Speaks Now. Don't forget to go out to the website, CherylSpeaks.org. That's www.CherylSpeaks.org. And we'd like to invite you to listen to us live on Rhema Gospel Radio with the Z-Suite every Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time on Rhema Gospel Radio. You can visit us at listen to us on the computer, RhemaGospelRadio.com. You can download the Rhema Gospel Radio app from the Apple iTunes Store or the Google Play Store, or you can do what we love the most, and that is to call in live and be a part of the conversation at 346-314-4119. That's 346-314-4119 for the D-Suite on Rhema Gospel Radio, where we're bringing the beat we're bringing the gospel beats to the streets. 101.5 FM KOERLP, Rhema Gospel Radio. And we wanted to go ahead and get started with what we're trying to do on today and just welcome you here. And thank you so much for being with us. So for today's affirmation, I thought that we would talk about turning failure into opportunity. Turning failure into opportunity. I know a lot of times when we make mistakes or when we don't live up to our own expectations, it can be very difficult to get past. And the person that we tend to forgive least often is ourselves. So today's affirmation is for you. I turn failure into opportunity. I turn failure into an opportunity for growth by learning from my experiences and proceeding in my journey. By moving forward instead of giving up, I give myself the gift of a new opportunity to fulfill my purpose. To learn from my experiences, I look at the past objectively. I acknowledge my errors without self-condemnation because mistakes are part of life. When I fail, I accept it as an opportunity for success. Failure does not mean that I am a bad person. Therefore, I am free from internalizing and personalizing disappointment. In the words of Thomas Edison, I haven't failed. I found 10,000 ways that don't work. Each time I seem to fail, I discover another option that can be eliminated. I intentionally focus on the meaningful lessons of everyday life because life is about purpose and not about the mundane nuances of my work. Reaching a dead end may be painful because it is not the outcome I desired, but happiness is not about the absence of pain. Rather, it's about the realization of purpose. Who I become, as molded by the experiences of my journey, is as important to me as where I finish. When I feel overwhelmed by seemingly impossible circumstances, I remind myself that from where I stand, I can only see a glimpse of the big picture of my life. I turn that discouragement into opportunity by refusing to give up. Today, I choose to have faith and trust that there is a plan for my life bigger than what my eyes can see. No matter how many times I fail, I resolve to get up and continue to follow my dreams. That's today's affirmation. I turn failure into opportunity. So let's reflect on that. Let's look at some self-reflection questions. Number one, do I need to forgive myself for a past failure? Like I said at the outset, sometimes we tend to forgive everyone else but ourselves. So we have to reflect on that. Do I need to forgive myself for a past failure? And if you do, get to it. Forgive yourself. Number two, what lessons have I learned from a recent failure? What lessons have I learned from a recent failure? And trust me, Every failure that we have, every mistake that we make, every misstep that we take, there is something to learn from it. And that is our job. Find the opportunity in the failure. What can I learn from this past failure, this past mistake? What am I supposed to learn so that I don't repeat it? Because understand, if you don't identify the lesson, if you don't learn the lesson, then many times you will continue to repeat the mistake over and over again until you learn the lesson. So, what lessons have you learned from a recent failure? It's just like taking a test in school. You take that test and you fail it, then what do you need to do? You need to go back and you need to review. You need to identify, the questions that you got wrong, the answers that you got wrong, so that the next time you can do better. Number three, how has failure helped me redirect my dreams? How has failure helped me redirect my dreams? If nothing else, it's taught you that that particular road is not the one you want to travel in order to get to your destination, right? So, how has failure helped me redirect my dreams? I hope that this affirmation for today has helped and that you will go out and listen to it again and think about the self reflection questions and come up with your own answers to create your best life. That's what we're doing this for. That's what the D Suite is all about. That's what 3D motivation is all about, empowering you to empower yourself. We're delivering vision, we're delivering purpose, and we're delivering legacies, one person at a time. All of this is part of the D Suite. Before we go, we want to remind you that you can go out to Amazon.com and get a copy of my new book, Can I Be Me? Living Authentically in Purpose and on Purpose. It is a tool or resource that you can use to help you move forward with regards to living your best life and living it authentically by knowing yourself, knowing your values and your belief systems, being able to accept yourself and love yourself, being able to say no and to detoxify your relationships. All of that is talked about in the book, and we will soon begin coaching and mentoring sessions with people that want to be a part of the Can I Be Me Authentic Living program. It's going to be available online. We're going to be able to do some teleconferences and webinars, as well as some in-person events, some live events. So if you'd like to connect with me and make that happen where you are, or be a part of the programs, the online courses, and things that we'll be doing in the future, hit me up on my email, Cheryl@CherylSpeaks.org. Again, that's Cheryl, CHERYL, @CherylSpeaks.org. Or you can connect with me on Facebook at Cheryl Lacey Donovan. You can also connect with me on Instagram and on Twitter at Cheryl Speaks Now. And before we go, I want to again give thanks out to David E. Maxwell for our background music for the opener and closing. It's Exaltation. You can connect with David on Facebook at David E. Maxwell. He makes some awesome beats. So get with him about some of the beats that he makes. And as always, we want to remind you that God can do exceedingly and abundantly more than you could ever ask or think, according to the power that worketh in you. Be blessed.